Hello everyone, SpeeDMan here, and welcome back to part 6 of our Let's Learn Civilization 6 Poland run. So, where we last left off, we had just declared war against Gorgo, and we started a war against Trajan here. So as you can see, we are making steady but strong progress against this particular city here. We are settling into this area here. We just got this unit back all over here, so that's going to help our loyalty back out. And what we're going to do is continue on more of our general conquest in order to properly get some of our science going the way we'd like. Of course, this kind of puts us in a bit of a weird position because I like the way that iron was positioned with the city-state. I should have realized before that the iron was there because of them having +1, but it is no problem. What we're going to do is, in our situation here, we're going to go ahead and buy that tile and then have this guy go ahead and work that tile. That way, we can live without the production right now. I would rather get food growth faster so we can be a little bit quicker on the uptake setup here. So as we go back here, that'll turn to 9 turns instead of 13. A little more optimal, and it will position us a little bit better. I'll just go ahead and delete that tax since it's not going to be one that we can put down since we don't have space. What we are going to do though is we are going to make sure that we are set up. We'll go ahead and since he's already moved, have him set up there. Have you move back up and get ready. And we're going to go ahead and have this guy get ready. We want him to be healed up in a couple turns so that way we can prepare to take. We do have, and let's see here. Go ahead and just get that going and then go from that into banking. I would like us to go ahead and get that guy upgraded because he's full health and might as well give him utility because we are gonna try to take that city the next turn. It's gonna have some health, but it's gonna take a little time for us to get things set up the way we want it to be. We're going to be careful here. We don't want to lose this unit, and we want to get this guy over so that way we can provide a little bit of damage to that area. After we finish our conquest of Rome, at minimum, we want to take Aricium, and Mukumai. And then in an ideal scenario, we can further take that and go past that, but we will have a lot of work to do. Of course, Colosseum has been built, so that would actually be pretty beneficial for us to take. We have to be careful about loyalty pressure. That's going to be one of our biggest shortcomings, so we need to be careful about that and just maintain presence. She's developing her kind of military setup here. We've got another 4 turns until peace is available, so I'm going to just bring this guy over. We have a couple turns to walls. That'll give us a little bit of time, so we're okay there. Let's see here. Since this tile, since that previous rainforest has been taken down for the holy site, what we want to consider in this case, because the holy site is going to provide us a lot more just general bonuses, because not only are we getting the adjacency bonus doubling here because of this, we're also getting 6 production because of work ethic, so it's just providing us a lot of general bonuses that are going to be really critical for our overall empire. What we do want to do is we need to eventually consider getting a harbor going, so eventually we're going to need to get housing kind of taken care of, and that's going to be one of our main priorities. We'll go galley afterwards. Actually, we'll do galley now, and then we'll just start shipping this galley up. Because then we can start exploring and get some more information about what's around us, maybe see some more city-states, and then try to execute more growth. Will you bring you down? I have a couple options. We can go ahead, get this started. They're going to go ahead and pillage these. I expect them to pillage, so that's not a problem. Can live with that. That finishes that off. That's perfect. And probably that unit. So now we are able to confirm that we have that. That'll buy us time and just protect us from potentially losing the city very, very quickly. So it's going to lose a good bit of health, particularly the garrison strength here. That's to be expected. Which is not as bad as I thought it would be, so that's no problem. It's probably because she has less frigates and more naval units, so, or naval melee units, rather. She does have a religious presence that she is trying to build here. It's not really going to... no, I'm not going to sell that. Okay, lost some health there, that's no problem. That's at 105 health. 125 health. Consider taking that down. We need 10 more gold, and we have enough iron, so let's go ahead and just pick up a quick little bit of gold here. Take a 0 off of that. Actually, we'll bring that up to 11 so we're not bankrupt. And then we'll go ahead and do that. There we go, and go ahead, upgrade you. You're a knight now, and you can actually do some legit damage to the cities. It's just what I want. I'm going to go ahead and just have you fortify a little bit since I did waste a turn. You are in range, so you do have more combat strength. Let's see, that's going to provide a nice chunk of damage, so we'll go ahead and do that one more time. I'll actually fortify you, so you take less damage. You have 58 health, so you're going to get another 28, so that'll bring you up to 78.5. And then we should be able to... Yes, so next turn we should be able to kill this city. So that is perfect. Once we kill that city, then we're just going to have to transition another one of our city-states, or not city-states, another one of our governors over. That way we can provide us a little bit better pressure. Let's go ahead and attack this guy again. Let's bring him over so that way we can pillage that. Bring you here. And then we will just place you into this city. That way, when these get taken, because obviously these are going to get damaged from when they're going to try to heal, we're going to use that as an opportunity to go ahead and just set up more of a defensive position. So we are still technically losing some loyalty, but once we have some citizens in the area, it will provide us a little less loyalty pressure against, or it'll give us more loyalty pressure for us, so that'll help. Go ahead and just kill that unit off. Get a little bit of XP. Bring us up to 43. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we are going to bring this and consider a good place for it. So we could do a couple things. We could bring this to Poznan, and that would actually make sense. Because then we can bring it to Poznan all the way down to Krakow, and that positioning is going to allow us to get some growth, and also pick up some other things that we're going to need for a general empire. We have plenty of faith at the moment, so we do have the means to go ahead and buy stuff if we need to use our faith income. 100 faith, 1 free, so not really useful. So I'm not really concerned about getting this. This would be decent. You know, yoinking this from Greece could be useful. We will eventually start getting our great general points really stacked up soon. It's just we have to kind of work on some other things, so that's more of a priority at the moment. Main consideration is that we'll hold off on spending too much of our faith. If we go to faith purchasing, we do have some specific options available, but it's only religious units, and I would rather us at the moment be able to work off of things from more of a general military standpoint, because we do need more strength in this. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick up another siege unit. You know, it wouldn't hurt to eventually get that going, so what we'll do is we'll queue up, We'll pick up a trebuchet after. By the time that's ready, we'll be kind of working on these other two cities. So Sun Tzu, we'll go ahead and just hang out for another turn. We are one turn away from getting medieval fairs, which is perfect because what we can do is we can take that off and we can put on the additional loyalty, 2 loyalty per turn for cities with garrison unit. That'll just keep the city in the positive. It'll also allow us to kind of build pressure on these other cities as we start taking other cities. Because then we can just flip him over here, then we'll just start kind of bunny hopping through our cities as through Rome cities as we take them. So yep, they're going to get damaged pretty well here. It's going to hurt, but it's a-okay.
There are very honest people.
So, first things first, we're going to head north. We're going to explore these other parts of the map. This is a perfect opportunity to go ahead and get started on that. We are doing okay in some of our things, but it wouldn't hurt. We are going to pick up Garrison Commander. The reason is so we have some more loyalty. Positive loyalty will help us. We'll go ahead and just plunder this, get some free gold out of that. That will not hurt. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and take off this and then put this on. That way we can really secure our cities and just make sure we don't lose loyalty pressure. And then what we want to do afterwards is we're going to take a look at our diplomatic cards. And we have option here. The problem is that we do not have very many. We have only 6, so it's 6 gold per turn. That's the opportunity cost. I would rather use this, pick up more of these envoys, and then as we continue, because we have 10.5, so it takes us basically, 15 turns to get 2 envoys. So that's not bad. So, and then as we continue getting more envoys and finding more around us, we will continue to capitalize on it and then just further our growth planning. She seems to have buggered off somewhere. I don't know where she went. She probably went in this area here, most likely. Let's go ahead and attack this city. Good. And let's see if I can finish this one off. Yes, we can. And that's another city taken. Perfect. What we're going to do is go ahead and deploy a governor. We're going to go ahead and see what's going to make sense here. That city is going to have 6 population. We are going to keep the city because our goal is going to be to eliminate Rome, so we don't need to worry about him eventually declaring war, having issues. We'll just get rid of that threat. More cities we expand upon, the better. So what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to go ahead and dispatch Magnus. I would like to keep him here because that will apply at least a little bit less of a loyalty issue and it'll provide us more of a general bonus so we can make better use of that. Now that we have full loyalty potential in this city, what we're going to do is just work on getting the granaries fixed up. Not worried about the fact that we have that city occupied. It's not a concern. We're going to just start, continuing our push. We are going to move you up to here and then promote you with district, or the shells. District defenses now being even stronger. So now you're going to have even more combat strength to tackle this city. It's exactly what we're looking for. Battering ram, really, there aren't a lot of things I need. Battering ram is nice and all, but at the moment, really, I have no major issues. I feel pretty comfortable in this position. A quadrireme isn't going to do very much to us, so we're going to go ahead and just plant this guy here, and then go ahead and plunk this quadrireme, do some damage to it, so that way we can just weaken it, get some more XP, get this guy ready for promotion, save us turns of healing, and immediately get him set up for promotion. Then Poznan, we're going to go ahead and take him to Krakow. Actually, Gdansk is a good option too. Krakow is good. So we'll go ahead and send this unit over to here. That's going to give us plenty of growth tempo in this city. That'll help this city kind of grow faster and also pick up some things that we need. In a few turns, we're going to make a specific effort to get, well, first things first, we need to make sure we have unit loyalty. That'll give us positive loyalty per turn instead of even or -0. That helps. We'll keep the conscription card because that's going to allow us to have some of the necessities, you know, especially just saving us gold per turn. So we will keep that on. This is useful and this is useful. That's going to be even more useful once we have that city down or that campus down. So that's our perfect kind of little setup here. And if we want to take a look at our loyalty, we press the 8 key here. And you can see that right now we are developing loyalty. So as we see, we are 5.3 rising. That is exactly what we were looking for. Of course, there's a lot of loyalty pressure from Rome's other cities. Rome has 4 major cities. So we just took one of those cities. Rome has 3 more. And we can develop that conquest and then kind of go from there. He's going to get potential grievances. So I could have him do that war, or just hold off, because we are going to get a major amount of grievance issues coming in from other civs. So I'm just going to go ahead and just get a little bit of gold out of that, because we're about to lose it all anyways. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a couple options here. We can go ahead and work on humanism. We can get started on that, so that way we can get either frescoes, get some more culture going, or we can get our production ramped up even further. Because eventually if we go down this route, we can eventually have access to the Wing Hussar, which is going to be our unique, the Polish unique Renaissance era unit. What it does is that it pushes enemy defended units back from their hex anytime, at least where they could score more damage from, and defenders that can't retreat, they'll get more damage done to them. So this is a pretty good unit, and at the moment I don't need to upgrade this guy to that unit. When I have that available, I'm probably not going to need to. I can, just in case I want to just develop a bit more combat strength, but it's really not a major priority at the moment. Let's go ahead and bring you over here, just have you prepped and ready to go. We'll have you just station here and just act as a garrison tool. Surprisingly, she did not go for us there, so we are a couple turns away. I'm actually going to have you stay on the land. It would be a little smarter to stay on land than go on water and just get yoinked. So even if it's one use left, I'd rather keep that use in case I have to repair stuff later on. So he's most likely going to come up here. Yep, so that's exactly what I was expecting. So Gorgo, she basically was going to make a quick ambush here. That's why I wanted to make sure I did not put that unit down here. That would have been a very colossal mistake. Then we are doing okay. And see, he wants peace more, and the reason for that is because he, as an AI, is recognizing more damage being done, is panicking, and wants to make peace. I don't care for that right now, and I'm going to just continue to do more damage, because why would I not? In this situation, it would make more sense for us to just develop more tempo with our attack, and then just do more damage here. So, found a new continent. We're going to keep working on finding more continents, because the next era, I do want us to get potentially a golden age, and we are going to need to get 97 or more points, and we have the capability of doing that. As we explore here, finding more stuff, finding the next civ, that's going to give us some points. Trajan here is going to be very, very unhappy, but he's just going to have to just suck up the fact that he is weak, and in a military push game, if you're the weaker party, that's just how it goes sometimes. Especially in this case, because really, I'm not going to let him snowball or grow in a situation where I know that I can potentially take his cities down. Like, look at the damage I can do to the walls. I can do almost half damage to walls in one turn. In a singular turn. You know, that holds power. That holds a lot of power. We're going to go ahead and start moving a couple units up. We'll keep one guy garrisoned here. Have you heal up. You can go ahead, head to this position, and then I want you to take incendiaries. That way you're ready to do some attacking while this guy heals up, and then we just cycle and kind of just keep, you know, doing some some setups here for our attack. This, I want you to come up here, and then I want you to heal up until you're full. I'm not worried about walls. We did get a free builder, so for us, it's a big positive. We also have a pretty nice little campus here, and we have the Oracle. So Great People's benefits here with Faith is cheaper. So again, these are positive things for us that we take advantage of. You know, we can put down a really, really nice little theater square here. That's going to be a +3 theater square, potentially +4. You know, the setup here is positive. It is positive. We can do a lot with this. So let's go ahead and just execute. Let's just execute. Let's just develop. Let's just get some more work done here. And then let's really do some serious damage to these guys. So this guy here, you know, eventually I can bring him back, or I can just go ahead and just have him work around here. This volcano, obviously damaging the things that it damaged. It cannot destroy a wonder. And I am very much glad for that, because that would it would take a lot of time. 5 food, 1 science, not bad. 3 food, 2 production, not bad. And then 2 food, 1 science, 1 culture, 1 production. So that's not bad. All these things are definitely decent. They are going to be amplified further by this volcanic eruption. I'm not concerned about over-investing builder charges into that. So I actually may just cancel that and just have them hang out in the area here. Could probably go to here instead. Okay, that's better. I don't know what... It's being a little, like, buggy there for a moment. And we'll go ahead and have you just sleep for the now, or at least skip turn. This position's pretty good. Just have you take a look and see what is around us. There's not very much, so that's okay. Have you rotate. And because of this, we've already established ourselves pretty strongly here. Yep, you're going to denounce me. That's no problem. You're causing grievances, or I'm causing grievances, rather. In a turn or two, I'll be able to finish this war, so I won't need to worry about that. Not a lot of damage being done there. Not a major concern. Because this guy, all he's got to do is go up here, bada bing, bada boom. Take your walls very, very much lower. The temptation is there to take that, but that is not a smart decision, because that puts me in range of that, and that can hit my unit a little bit. So I know I'm going to have access to take that soon. I'm not concerned about that. And getting the free builder, while it is nice, do not get me wrong, it does not put me in an advantageous position to do something like that. So I'm going to get this guy up here. I'm going to go ahead and just do quick damage here on this guy. And it does not make sense. What we will do is we will have you go ahead and just heal up for a turn. Just keep you topped up. Makes more sense to keep those guys topped up. You go ahead, heal up a little bit. That way we've got tempo, and this will be better. We're going to go ahead and consider getting this guy over here. That way he could just make some adjustments here, get us more amenities, which will keep our empire positive. Because again, -1 amenity, that's going to provide less happiness, and that actually does have a negative effect on our loyalty pressure. So getting the amenity here will help neutralize that effect just by a little bit. It should, in theory. Library is done, good. So we have 80 science per turn. We're closer in line with the other AI, and also we did pick up, nice setup here. We got university in the city. We are going to have access to universities next turn. That is absolutely critical for us. Not worried about a lot of wonders right now. It makes more sense for us to focus our efforts and our growth pattern towards other things that make more sense. We're going to go ahead and start working on walls. Since we do have monarchy, we're going to want some walls in these cities. That'll provide us a little bit of housing and some basic stuff that we're going to need. We can go ahead and make peace here. Actually, how about this? Or... I mean, I can just give you that. I mean, it's 2 gold per turn, and I'm going to be getting that iron back anyway, so I'm not really concerned. So, made peace with her. She won't be a major problem at the moment, so we're a-okay there. We will want to get something up there at some point, since we do have a theater square at this position. So we're going to go ahead and see if there is anything we can produce here. Kilo Kisalani would be a pretty good wonder, so we can go ahead and consider that. And then armory, I mean, yes, it would be good, but not a major priority. We've got food still available there. So that's okay. We do want to get us a little bit more food so that way we're not negative in food. I'll ship this guy down. I can live with having less, you know, I can live with having less of the faith per turn and getting just general growth. 5 turns instead of negative 74. That's a no-brainer. This position here, we're going to go ahead and move this guy, or at least keep him around. We've got plenty of wonders nearby. If we are able to pull off getting Kilo Kisalani, we'll get them in the next, or get that wonder in the next era. That'll provide us some good additional little bit of culture. And as we continue exploring, which, speaking of which, let's go ahead, continue exploring the region here, this part of the map. So of course, because we're denounced here, being able to move around in the part of the map is going to be a little more difficult. So we're just going to basically have to work this guy around. That's no problem, but we're just going to have to kind of deal with that. So just move him around. We got plenty of time till the next era, so let's continue that exploration. Have you sleep for now. I could, in theory, go ahead and pick up that if we did want to get that. I actually may go ahead and do that since we're not worried about these getting pillaged at the moment. We might as well. Have you just go up one more just to see if there's anything else. Nothing of concern, no problem. Let's go ahead and ready up for the next turn. No issue, that's a weak unit, so it's not going to really hurt us very badly. Same thing here, not going to do a lot of damage to us. Not concerned. Eventually, I am going to want to consider potentially getting... Okay, so that's good. Do some damage here. First, destroy the walls. It's our first thing. Damage that. And go ahead and take the city down. And we'll probably have to shift Bengala over. Is the most likely bet.
The pen might not be mightier than the sword.
So we got a second university just because we took a city. So loyalty is -4. So, and that having this here helps because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're actually going to want to consider just making a quick switch here. We're going to go ahead and have, let's see here. If I have you go to Kumai, it'd be good. I think actually it would make more sense for us to have Magnus go. So we'll have Magnus go to Kumai because we're going to be getting positive loyalty pressure in this city. So we're okay there. Let's go ahead and the city, let's do granary repairs. Keep city. Again, good thing to keep these cities. That Rome has already done the work for us. We have a strong conquest set up here. Rome is weak. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cities now. And we will go for the 10th and 11th city, eliminate him as a presence. And yes, we are going to get a significant amount of grievance issues. That is, of course, to be expected. I'm not at all concerned about that. But the thing is that because we are going to deal with that, we are going to be getting a major amount of buffs here from just having 4 more cities and a lot more territorial control of the region. And even if there is another city that Rome has, Rome will not at any point in time be able to really provide a real proper threat to us. And we're going to take advantage of that. That's the key thing. The AI does it to you. You have every right as a player to do it back to the AI. It is just only fair. And that's the thing in these types of situations strategically, is that if you are in a situation, and rather when you are in a situation early game, where you're one city and you see the AI is immediately going to go after you, you've got every possibility you know, as a player to consider when you're strong enough to go back after them or go after an attack here to do so. You know, yes, I did not have an issue with Rome per se very early on. Things were actually pretty stable here. Him and the Mongolian Empire, those two empires fought each other for quite some time, so we were okay here. We actually had an isolated position, which was good. But the thing was, because they were fighting here, they were both weak. See, he's a small city, or a small civ here. He's got only 4 cities here. You can't really see the other one, but he's got another city here. You know, they are well-established cities. They are decent cities in their own right. Problem is that they are small. They are small, they don't have a lot of bonuses, and they're not going to be able to do quite a bit. That's going to be really a major benefit. That being said, we are going to want to consider just continuing a push so that way we can really get the essential things sorted out. We'll go ahead and get that guy up and running. We're just going to bring you around. Again, because of the denouncement, we're not going to be getting open borders. Open borders is not available when a denouncement has been made against us. Remember that he has plenty of grievances against us. That's not going to change overnight. He's getting more desperate for that, but the problem is that he does not have very much gold income right now. So I have no interest in trying to create a peace deal, knowing that in the long term, it's better to completely just eliminate this particular civ here. It's a military civ, so it makes sense to do so. We'll go ahead, get you all the way up here, have you ready to go. And this guy, I just realized he does have medieval walls, so that's probably going to hurt. I'm going to have to bring him back next turn. You will go here. So it's going to be a little bit of work, but we could go for Ostia. I have a couple options here. Well, first let's go ahead and pick that up. Keep him friendly. Get a little bit of gold per turn. Start going ahead here, and we'll pick up a good amount of gold here. You know, a good 30 gold helps us. Gets our economy back up and running. And we are going to go ahead and make a specific push here for gunpowder, or not gunpowder, but for bombards. We will need niter, which means we will need to find a source of that. So let's take a look on the map. We've got 1 tile for that. Let's actually, I was about to get this guy going. Let's just have him ship up here. Go up here, buy that. It's a 3-1 tile even, so it's a good tile on its own. But we'll get that going. Let's get our niter supply built up. And then let's go ahead and in Elysium, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but we will go ahead and pick up walls. That way we have some just general defenses. This unit is probably going to get hurt pretty badly. It won't likely die because it's a core here, so it does have additional health. But it is going to get hit pretty hard, so I'm going to need to bring him back and just have him ready to heal. I don't really quite understand why Rome did not have more cities with at minimum medieval walls. He's only got 1 other city here with medieval walls. So like that city itself really isn't going to do a whole lot. So I actually may consider moving this guy over here and just going ahead and developing that conquest further. Let's get the combat strength bonus for this guy here. That way we could protect him. You know, because I believe that's going to apply here. I don't know if it's only when attacking or if it's just combat strength in general if he's in range. Go. And just have you pull off just that position for now. Let's have you switch. SpeeDMan, you get ready here. You've got enough health here to where you should be A-okay. Bring you forward, continue our push. So the walls here are definitely going to hurt, but it's going to take us a little time for us to really get what we want here. Let's go ahead and just bring you over here. That way, if there's another unit or anything like that around here, we can be able to capitalize on that. So let's see. It's constructing a holy site here. Not exactly what I would be constructing right now, but all the more power to him. I'm just going to take advantage of that and set up an attack. Good few turns away from what I need to be doing there, so I should have realized that as a priority, but that's okay. It's just a small shortcoming. What we're going to do is we are going to probably consider doing a quick rotation here to another position. I'm going to move you to here. It's one food that's not really going to do us any good. Yeah. I mean, half housing isn't going to hurt, so we can pick that up. And we'll go ahead and start rotating this unit around, get some more information about what's around us. I want to hold this knight here for a moment. I want to get it healed up. I can, again, if this stays in range here, I could just take that with the with this guy here, and that'll be totally fine. So I'm not concerned. Yep, so they're going to get a good solid whack. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. That is a bad thing, because that's going to significantly weaken my units. Lost 2 population in that city. And also, while yes, it did fertilize these cities, these tiles, Rome, you have a thing with volcanoes, dude. Okay, well, all these guys are going to have to heal up a good bit more, so that's going to take some time. We'll go ahead and just start plunking the walls, because we will actually be able to line up a promotion, assuming these guys stay healthy long enough. We're going to have to do some work here to get these guys back up to health. We're just going to take both of these units. Bring him up here so he has a little bit more health. I'll just go ahead and do a little bit of damage to the walls here, might as well. And then we'll just hold position. This great general has actually been very helpful for us. Let's see here. This would be good, but the thing is it's only for Renaissance and Industrial Era units. And the Bombard is a Renaissance unit, so we do not have access to that yet. What we can do, though, is we are, let's see, 11 turns away. We can go ahead and boost up, you know, some of our things that we'll need. We can go ahead and work on that. That's going to give us some more science. We could also go ahead and we may as well actually just make a dedicated focus on campus research grants. Get us over 100 science per turn and pick that up. We do have, let's see, this city has not produced a specific district yet. Let's see here. I'm probably going to want to get the encampment going. But I also may want to consider just going ahead and getting stuff set up here. I'd rather wait till I get like a couple builders set up. So these builders, I can honestly, we're just going to send them down. You can go on down. It's going to take you a while to get there, but these builders will be super useful. We're just going to have to heal all of these guys up, all fortified till healed. To have you go over as well, and then we'll just continue applying pressure here. And just go around the south here. Not too concerned. Yep, so he's going to lose some health. So that's 21 XP away from a level. That guy is going to have to move back. So Kumai, you do have, let's see, plenty of housing now since we got that sorted out. We are going to want to go ahead and get some other stuff sorted here. It should give us like a good 5 XP if I'm not mistaken. And let's see, 4. So it's a little bit, but it's, you know, better than nothing. Let's go ahead and bring you over here. And then we will set position. You're fortified here, hanging out. Get you over there ASAP. We want to mine there. Earlier the better. And we'll just have you rotate along and just get some more information about what this other continent looks like. We are out of harm's way here, so we'll go ahead and we will fortify up a little bit. This guy's not going to be able to move, so we're just going to hold position here. And you can't move either, so there's no need to use that use because I need the ones that are available from these builders. But overall, I'm pretty happy with our setup here. You know, I should have been a little more careful about those walls here. Again, he's getting a little more desperate. Not by much, but enough for us to just continue controlling the pace here. We're going to do a little bit more damage. We're probably going to take 1 or 2 more hits, and then we're going to back him off. If we can ideally take the walls down, that would put us in a very strong position. So it's still going to take forever. We got that started a little while ago, and it's still going. It's no problem. We're a long ways off getting our campuses up and running the way we would like. Let's go ahead and just get our food growth properly protected here. I'll just unlock those tiles so we have flexibility. Gonna live with this taking a while. What we do want to do is, because we have that 9 population, we are going to need to just be a little careful about our amenities here. So she does not have spare amenities. He just does not have anything, period. It's going to need to make the deal pretty damn good for me to be in any way interested. And because that is a medieval era unit, that would get completely destroyed. That's why I'm not doing that. Sun Tzu, you'll just hold position. Actually, I'll go ahead and just have you sleep for now, since we don't really need him moving around at the moment. He's in like probably one of the best positions I could have him. We are about to get another World Congress session started, so we will get set up for that. Everything looks like we are good to go. Next turn, I'll be able to get that going. There's Greece. There we go. Now we have access to our open borders. We'll go ahead and just do additional rotation around with that. It's going to be about a quarter health towards buildings in this district. We can probably do campus. We'll do this. Yep, as I expected. Except that, oh, that went to Gorgo. Okay, that's fine. We did get campuses going faster, so that's okay. 81. If I got 5 XP on both of them, I could survive that and pick up a level, but I'm actually going to go ahead and... This is super risky. Let's first get the infrastructure set up here, so let's go ahead and move these guys back. Yeah, If I had one more unit that could do legit damage, it would be a little better. Because that guy is just super weak. If they had full health, it wouldn't be so bad, but we're actually going to do one more attack of damage. And then we're going to bug him out. This is risky, but I got to take this risk because the earlier we take Rome's main cities out, the better, because then he's going to get transferred over here, and then we can immediately make a setup, afterwards for that. Let's just go ahead and plunder that. Just get some free gold. I'll gladly take the gold. And the nice thing about Rome's setup is that because his unique ability, he has trade routes that automatically get set up within his city borders, or at least civilian or civilization borders. So it's better for us. And there we go. Now we have access to niter. That is going to help us a lot. Now we could, yes, technically buy a builder. I'd rather not. We have builders that we just stole. There's no need for us to try to do that, so it's better that we go ahead and pick up builders from, or not builders, but just pick up these things from getting the builders over here in time. Speaking of which, let's go ahead, have you go here. We will get, let's see here. If we get the encampments up and running, we'll have a good position that we can work off of. And that's actually something I'll be pretty happy with that. I'm not getting a lot more science per turn. Getting 5 more science per turn, I mean, that's useful. This, actually, no, it did bring that down a little bit, so that is good, but it's 1,000 gold for that. It's 8 turns, and that. Don't have a campus in our main city, but we will consider getting a campus because that will provide us with a little bit more bonuses. Just be a useful thing for us to have. For us to get our better food growth, we're going to go ahead and get started on a granary. It's going to bring you here. So she conquered in Mexico City. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so pretty happy. We've done a pretty good job so far, in general, of, setting up our conquest here of the city-state, and then transitioning that into Rome. Perfect, so it's still alive. Exactly what we wanted. So now, to bring this guy over, destroy the walls. He'll have an upgrade available. Go ahead and take this city down next turn, and then we'll finish up this episode from that point on. We'll go ahead and let's just get this stuff going here. You maintain position here, and just go ahead and heal up a little bit more. Let's bring you around. You'll go to this position, and now. Let's go ahead and have you guys just station up here. I should have had this guy move up. That's no problem. It's a small adjustment, but just a small thing you can do next time. Just nitpicking, really, more than anything else. I actually, because of where she's kind of holding stuff around, I would like to kind of just keep a troop or two. Because I keep seeing her pop up her stuff, I may just have this guy go over and him go to the capital. As much as I want to utilize those troops, once I get done with this war and take out Rome, that's it. I don't really have anything else major I'm going to be doing from that point. And then from there I have, a really good, strong, a strong hold of this particular eastern part of the empire. So this is good. Plus we don't have to worry about loyalty pressure from Rome once Rome is gone, so. Yep, as I expected, Rome is getting more desperate. He's about to lose his capital after all, so why wouldn't he?
You must not
Perfect.
lose faith
So we have
in
access to humanism. So if we go to the wildcard slot, provides us with a couple of really strong things. So the engineer points. So this will be good. that can provide us with a pretty meaningful bonus. We have a pretty good amount of faith income, so we can just start picking up specific things. Triggers the Eureka moment for printing. That's not going to provide us any benefits since we already have that particular science tech done, since we technically teched it. What we want to do, let's see here. Tier, promotion, military units good. I mean, this isn't really a problem. Like, yes, Greece is playing the naval game, and she's the only one playing that main naval game. We have 3 more unmet players that we will go into meetings semi-soon, I would assume. Getting this guy rotated and moving out and about will give us more information on that. Perfect. So these guys are ready for promotion. You're going to go ahead and just heal up for the turn. You can pick up, and this isn't really that big of a deal. I'd rather have expert crew. More utility from that. Let's go ahead and weaken that. And let's just go ahead and take that city. He's going to get likely transferred over here. Awesome. And there happens to be another island, and in the process, we have taken the capital of Rome. So we have 17 turns to get another 11 era score. In the situation that we are able to completely take out Rome, we will have the means for us to quite physically have full control over this particular part of the game. As you can see here, just this one unit can do a very substantial amount of damage. We're going to go ahead and just prime a little bit of damage here. Might as well just save us, potentially half a turn to a turn. You never know. There may be a situation where that half turn may actually be enough for us to get things done and potentially get the era score we need. Let's finish out this next turn. So we are going to keep this city. Why would we not? And it's also helping our empire in general grow the way we want to. So production in all cities is overall pretty good. The Holy Site adjacency bonuses, that's pretty good. Most of these things honestly are really good at this stage in the game. And eventually, once we take Rome out completely, then we can take Limitane. And we won't need to worry about having it. Then we can put down, we could put down Invention. We could put down Frescoes. That would provide us some other benefits. But for the moment, we're actually in a pretty good position, so it's not really an issue. We're going to go ahead and bring this guy over here. And that way we can get ready to set up our initial advance here. You will go here, you will go here. You'll just kind of pop out of the way here. Don't really need a siege tower, so it's going to have you go to sleep. You guys are not going to be able to move. This guy is going to this position. That's perfect. And then what we are going to do is with this guy, okay, so you can't move this turn, that's no problem. I have access to humanism. We're going to go ahead and get mercantilism. And then we are going to work on, let's see here. And then we're going to work on enlightenment. But we could also just go mercantilism into like something like colonialism. That way we can improve our fishing boats because we will have quite a few more of them. As you can see here, we have many fishing boats that we can establish that will be very powerful for us at this stage in the at the falling stages in the game. So we will go for that. Overall, very happy with our progress here. We've made a very good substantial push here. We actually may not even need to promote our guy into a bombard. That may not even be necessary.
The real use of gunpowder
so
is to make
quarries get 1 production. Also, small thing, he does not have walls in a lot of these cities. So in a situation where we kind of decide, hey, let's take him out too, we could do that. So I would put us in a situation where we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cities. That'd be 17 cities, and immediately that would put us in a significantly winning position. So by the late game, we're basically going to have full control of the game. We can do a lot of different things within her playstyle, and we can pretty much just control the game from that point on. Have you guys go here. Don't really need to worry about her being there, since we own that. So it'd be wasteful. So have you go all the way over here, and then promote, and say, route. And have you go back one, you go forward one. And in this position, we would easily be able to take the city down within a few turns anyways, so that's not an issue. So we're completely okay here. We're going to just hold this. We're going to hold on to this. Loyalty pressure here, not a problem. Just continue to explore. So Gorgo has plenty of sea tiles around her, you know, and just oceanic resource tiles that she can utilize. Okay. I'd say this has been a fantastic episode, everyone. I want to thank you all for your time. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. As we mentioned before, you know, with last week, I did have that issue with the mic not working very well in parts 4 and 5. For the most part, I think I was able to get that sorted out. But if there are any suggestions for quick fixes that you happen to see, if it's something that's obvious for other people to see, please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll work on improvements. All right, everyone. You'll have a good one. Thank you for your time. SpeeDMan out.